All right, there we go. All right.
All right. Oh,
Oh, go for it.
we started at the same time.
I know. You go for it. I'm terrible at reading out loud, so.
Okay. So number one, what ethical principles are involved in this mini case study? What laws or regulations are involved? So whoever just wants to go first. I mean, for the laws and regulations, we could put that the FDA, there at the last paragraph, the FDA went to court and basically concluded that caffeine and alcoholic beverages was an unsafe food additive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the only really way you can battle it because I can't imagine drinking something that it has a mixture of alcohol plus caffeine.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was reading that and I was like, that's kind of like a lot.
Yeah,
that's definitely doesn't sound good.
No,
it's definitely not something that I would want to drink. But caffeine and alcohol together, I feel like I don't know. I feel like you would die.
Yeah,
almost.
I know.
That just sounds crazy.
Especially because the alcohol content, it said like could range from 6% to 9.9.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, you would just drink one of those and then you would be done for the night, you know?
Yeah. Do you guys have any thoughts about the ethical principle?
Well, I don't think like they apply any ethical principles. Like, I just feel like they just were thinking about themselves and like looking for like a way to like make money, I guess.
Yeah.
But they definitely, I mean, they were like honest because I mean, they had to like put the information of what the drink had. But at the same time, I don't think that was like ethical or like doing it.
Yeah.
So it said like at the last, like somewhere kind of like at the very end, it says like how many people were like going to the hospital just because drinking that, like the alcohol levels were really, really high. So
yeah, like the book talks about moral blindness. Like, yeah. I kind of just think it was a little bit of that because like they had to know that, you know, mixing alcohol and caffeine couldn't have been good, but
yeah,
they didn't care because like people were buying it and it was doing really well. So they're like, it's not good for them, but you know what? It's selling. So like,
yeah, I mean, energy drinks in general are not good for you. I mean, they contain a lot of sugar. And, you know, when they started selling the energy drinks, the percentages per age group came back and they're like, oh, let's target, because there was more percentage of people between the ages of 18 and 24. And so like, oh, that's an age group that's legal, you know, to drink, obviously 21 and above, but you know, that's still 3 years. And they're like, oh, let's just add alcohol to it. And I think that that's what they were just thinking about and not, you know, like you said, they're targeting one group.
Well, right. And then like, it's also terrible because like the percentage difference between 12 to 17-year-olds and 18 to 24-year-olds was only like 3% because it was 31% was 12 to 17.
Yeah.
And 34 was 18 to 24.
Yeah. There's only a 3% difference, but yeah.
Well, do we have anything else we want to add to that?
Yeah, not really.
I think that one's good.
Yeah.
Do the beverage companies have an ethical duty to their stakeholders to make a profit? I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess yes, because I mean, the stakeholders are making money off of that product, right? So
I mean, yeah, I said the same thing. I said yes, because like the stakeholders are also expecting themselves to make a profit. So the beverage company has to make a good profit in order to turn around and give them to the stakeholders. So the stakeholders can also make a profit themselves.
Yeah. And if they did it unethically, then, you know, it wouldn't be fair to those stakeholders.
Yeah.
Are like, oh, well, that energy drink is doing good, I want to put a, be a stakeholder for that and then make profit off of it. And if, the beverage company is unethical about it, then they're not getting their end of the deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
We feel good about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like much to say, really.
Yeah. Do the beverage companies have an ethical duty to comply with applicable laws?
I always said yes.
Yeah.
Because like they can make stuff to sell, but they have to be legal. And I feel like making a drink mixed with caffeine and alcohol isn't very legal, especially because it made people sick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I feel like any company, whether it be a beverage company or even a clothing company, they have to follow the laws. Whatever it be. I mean, obviously FDA is strictly food and drugs and cosmetic, stuff like that. So they have to follow those rules that the FDA puts out, because if they don't, then they're not able to put it out on the shelf.
Yeah, I mean, I said like the same thing. Like they of course have to like kind of like follow the rules and like just make sure that everything is like up to date and like that they're actually doing what they're supposed to, and like they're doing anything illegal, like adding stuff that they're not supposed to add. I also think like, I don't know, it's just like reading just the whole like study case. It was just like, I feel like they were doing that. They did that for like way too long. Like the beverage were like out there for like way too long. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like I'm surprised it was they even thought it was ethical or legal to like mix those two things. Honestly. And that the FDA finally had to step in. I'm surprised like there wasn't something saying don't mix these two beverages.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always have that one person that, does something dumb and then it ruins it for everybody else.
Right. It's kind of like when you get coffee at places and then it literally has to say the cup is hot on the outside because
exactly. Because somebody burns their hand and now they're gonna sue McDonald's or wherever you buy that coffee.
Right.
So yeah. All right. So we feel good about number 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So number 4, is targeting a consumer segment through marketing strategies ethical, legal? Does the age or other demographics of consumer segment affect your opinion?
I mean, when it comes to targeting like a certain consumer, I mean, is it ethical? Probably not really, but like, is it legal? I mean, yeah, I mean, any company, anyone's who's like trying to sell something, is gonna target a specific group. Like that's how they sell their product,
Yeah, exactly. I don't
like,
remember
I feel like, sorry. Oh.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Like I feel like it just like depends really on like what they're selling. Like this one, like in particular, I feel like that's really not ethical. It's like they were saying like they were like selling that to like 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like stuff. And I was like, I really don't think that's ethical. But I think it just like depends really on the product. Yeah. I mean, that's how like companies make money. Because of course they're gonna like make a product and like it's not gonna be for everyone. So they're just gonna like have like target like certain like population, so like they can like make money out of it.
Yeah, and it's not illegal, but it's also not legal. So you know, like they're still following the rules, even though they're targeting a certain group. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I know it mentioned in the thing in the mini case study, whatever, that like when they came out with the energy drinks that were non-alcoholic and then the ones that were alcoholic, like the label looked the same.
Yeah.
There was like no
that was bad.
English, and so I'm like, well, like any minor can go up, grab it thinking it's an energy drink, and it actually contains alcohol, and it was saying like the vendors like also couldn't distinguish. So then you kind of run into like an legal issue there, like it looks the same. How are people going to know what contains alcohol and one doesn't? Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's where you kind of fall into that more legal side of issues.
And they also said that like their packaging, like their bright packaging was also part of their like target to, you know, bring people in to make them buy that, because people are more likely to buy something that's bright and colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fair. And then you run into the issue of, oh, I'm 15, but I want an energy drink. I'm not going to know which one's alcoholic, which one's not. Because they look the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. So number 5, what are the ethical obligations of the federal agencies? What are their legal duties?
I mean, I think they just like need to like make sure that everything, it's like, I don't know, it's gonna be like good for every single person. I don't know like how to explain that.
Yeah, no, I get what you
But
mean.
I guess like the companies, like they have to like check that everything they're like selling or like, everything they're doing, it's kind of like legal.
Yeah.
Like that's not gonna like cause any harm to other people. Like in this case at least.
Yeah, they got to make sure like the drinks are safe, that they were made
Mhm.
legally, that they're sold legally, like they're not targeting a
Yeah.
young age group if it's got alcohol in it, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. They just have to make sure like the beverage companies are doing what they are supposed to be doing, and
Yeah.
they're not doing anything illegal. And then, you know, like that company specifically is going to end up going to court with the FDA and
Mhm.
maybe possibly shut down and not make any money.
Yeah.
Okay, I think, are we good on that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
Okay.
Or I'm okay with it.
Okay.
So number 6, into which quadrant would you place the actions of the beverage companies before November 2010?
So the before I placed it in quadrant 4, I just didn't find it, like I found it unethical, and like I felt like it was illegal because like I feel like it's unethical to mix those two type of beverages and serve it to people. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said too. Yeah.
and then I just said illegal because like they weren't distinguishing the differences between the two different drinks with the package. Like one had alcohol, one didn't.
Yeah.
People couldn't tell which was which. So I just kind of felt like that was illegal on my side.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
know, like goes back to the thing with the kids, you know, a
Mhm.
12-year-old kid can, you know, pick up the alcohol one and not know the difference. So
Yeah, honestly, like for that one, I said that like before November 2010. So what I say?
yeah, before November
Yeah.
2010.
Mhm. I said that it was unethical and illegal because, like, I mean, they were doing something bad, like with what you said, like the difference of like the package, like wearing like really like a lot, but at the same time, there was like no law that that was telling them like not to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's like bad, but at the same time, there was like nothing stopping them.
Right. And I
Yeah.
can agree with that because what they were doing was technically legal, even though it was
Yeah, I mean,
I just felt like it was still illegal.
yeah.
The
Oh
same
no, of
package
course. Yeah.
labels and put them out on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
But oh, sorry, Skylar, did you have anything to add?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, you basically covered everything that I said. So
That
I mean,
but then like after 2010, like when the
Yeah.
FDA came in and stuff, as long
Yeah,
as
that's
anything
illegal for sure.
right. As long as they fixed everything, then I feel like it's in quadrant 1, ethical and legal. I
Yeah.
mean, if
Yeah.
they followed everything the FDA says they need to fix, then I mean it's all good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Ethical and legal.
Yeah. I mean, as long as the FDA said you can't do this and then they fixed it, then
Yeah.
it'd be fine. All right.
That was the last question, right?
Yes. Anyone need to add anything?
Nope.
Nope, I'm okay with it.
I'm gonna stop recording this.